Hey, what's up dudes? It's Gold and welcome back to another Streetball All-Star video. And today we're going to be taking a look at defensive builds that we can give certain characters in the entire game. Let's get into it. Alright, so the first character that we're going to talk about is White. White himself doesn't really have, he isn't really focused defensively. He's more focused on passing. He's a pure pass point guard. But he does have a defensive skill in intercept pass, which makes it so that he gets more intercept than other characters. So with that being said, I'd say giving White pure steal is actually a pretty good idea. And try to make sure that you get as much intercept as possible by getting his diafix of intercept pass and all that good stuff. So I'd say you can give White pure steal, and I have given mine pure steal. And through calculations, I've found out that, in all honesty, it's still pretty much inconsistent. So, calculated wise, I actually get about 1 intercept per 6 passes going through me. The problem is, it's still inconsistent. You can suddenly get 1 in about 20 passes, and then suddenly you'll get 3 steals in just under 5 passes. It's very inconsistent. You can't really rely on it, but it does make it so that you do get it a bit more frequent than other characters, and I'd say it's still actually a fun experiment. If you have the characters, if you have the gear, if you have all the needed fixes, I'd say go try and build your White as a steal build. It's pretty fun. I actually really like it, especially after the point guard update where the cells give you more steals. This build becomes even better, so you can go ahead and try this. I've tried it out. I actually do see success with this. So yeah, that's our first one, a pure steal White. It's actually very fun. The next character that we're going to be talking about is Neko. But this also actually works for Boa and Becky as well, with just how good they are at defensive recovery. Neko isn't that good at defensive recovery, but because of her stealing ability, I'd say just give her pure speed, so you get more opportunities to actually get those steals, those reactive steals. And for Boa and Becky, you can get speed just so that you can actually recover on defense even better than normal, So I'd say giving those guys pure speed with Neko as well, giving them pure speed, don't worry about steal. You're pretty much still gonna get intercept even without putting steal into Neko. In fact, I think intercepts right now are a little too inconsistent for steal characters, because suddenly, you've got Nana, you've got darn near big man and just shooting guards and small forwards getting steals, getting intercepts instead of these point guards. Whatever, but yeah, going speed, it's the best, I'd say, way to actually play Neko, Boa, and Becky because of how good they are at defense. So try a pure speed build for these guys as well, and not only are you gonna see success, but it's also fun to actually play it. Next character that we're going to be talking about is Aumi, and sort of like with White, pure steal actually works pretty well with her as well, since she has an ability. Well, she used to have 2 abilities, one for steal and one for intercept, but it's been combined since, and so it's very, that's for the better, since now she actually has an offensive ability, which is sidestep shot. But yeah, the intercept part of that ability still sticks, so giving her pure steal actually still works, and she still will be a great interceptor. And she may not have the extra steal cells from her ace, since she's a shooting guard, but in all honesty, she's still actually pretty good at it. She's about as good as White with those intercepts, so if you want to try this out, you can try this out. It is actually pretty effective as well. Next up on our list is Conan, and Conan, there's no other correct build but except Pure Power Conan. Pure Power Conan is the way to go, It is the best build that you can do. And even though after the Ace update, he pretty much can't block any power forwards consistently now. He's gonna keep getting dunked on. He will keep getting dunked on, but at the very least, he still has a better chance than others. And against, small forwards, shooting guards, point guards, he will block them consistently. That hasn't changed. He will keep on blocking those guys, which is very good. That is very good. So still, the only proper stat that you can give Conan is pure power, and that right there is still a good defensive build. You can block small forwards and shooting guards consistently, and with that grabbing block, you're very good at grabbing those shots as well. And with high speed, you can still chase 3-pointers. So yeah, Conan power build, still an amazing defensive build. And with small forwards, we have Rika. Just give her mid-range. Yeah, she's not gonna miss offensively. Give her mid-range. Her defense is already OP, and giving her mid-range will make her offensively better, while still being, OP on defense. So just give her mid-range. And with power forwards, we have Elise. You can give her pure speed or a lot of speed and some power. That actually works. Even after her nerf, she's still an amazing defender, but at the very least, she's not overpowered now. She's just an amazing defender, and giving her pure speed or a lot of speed and some power very much works for her. The other one here is Alto, and Alto is already good at blocking perimeter shots just because of his already amazing block animation, but he also has diving block. Not only that, but he's also a good dunk blocker. So just give Alto pure power. That's all you're gonna need. You're still gonna block those perimeter shots really well, while having the ability to actually dunk on a lot of characters and also block a lot of dunks because of that power. So just give Alto pure power. And of course, we have a personal favorite, personal find that I did, which is Max Block Ranger. You gotta try out Max Block Ranger at least once on your entire life cycle on this game. You gotta try him out. It's so fun, it's so effective, and I'm telling you, he is an SS level character. Max Block Ranger specifically. His perimeter defense is not only powerful, but it's also unsuspecting. A lot of people do not expect it, especially those players who love to shoot in your face. They're not gonna expect you to actually reach from so far. You gotta try out Max Block Ranger. I think that is not only the best build for Ranger, but is the most fun as well. And of course, we got my favorite character in the entire game, my personal favorite, Nikolai. And I've always said it before, Max Speed Nikolai is the best in my opinion. It is the best way to actually shut down any shooters. He's the best lockdown character in the entire game, especially if you give him speed. Nikolai is just really, really good. His job is to make those shooters miss and also block any shots that actually go up. And you know what? He does it really well, especially if he has pure speed. So my personal favorite, pure speed Nikolai. Speed and power hybrid also works. It's still actually really good. But my personal favorite is Max Speed Nikolai. Just like Max Block Ranger, in my opinion, you gotta try this out at some point. It's really fun and it's really effective. And at center we have Daisuke. And in all honesty, all I can tell you is just give him max power with just how overpowered power forwards are right now. It's really the only way that you can consistently block some, and I mean this literally. Daisuke is the only big in the game that can consistently block dunkers. And still, that requires him max power, just because he has explosive block. I mean this literally, by the way. Daisuke is the only character in the game that you legitimately will have a hard time dunking on if you have max power Edward or say max power Alto. It's gonna be difficult to actually try to block with other bigs. They will get dunked on. I'd say a good 30 to 50% 50% of the time. 30 to 50%. Daisuke will block them consistently. He will block Alto and Edward consistently, even if they are pure power. And you know what? That's really, really good. So I'd say give Daisuke pure power. He is the best dunk blocker in the entire game when it comes to consistency. And you got Robbie over here. Just give him max power and he can use speed mode to actually destroy perimeter. He has that power, so if you don't go speed mode, he can still block those dunkers. You have that pure power as well, so that you can actually grab those dunks, because he has that ability on SP grabbing block. He also has the ability to catch shots with that SP grabbing block. He also has the ability to basically ignore screens, so he can block toss dunk really, really well. He also has a big screen, so he can also assist toss dunk the best. So yeah, he also has just the best perimeter defense in the game. If you are actually looking for a stretch big, he not only can block dunks, he can block shots. Not only that, he can block toss dunk the best in the entire game. And yeah, just give him pure power, or maybe pure speed, and then he's basically a demon, and you're not gonna be able to shoot a shot on perimeter. So yeah, there's that. And finally, we have the GOAT, Hoi. I mean, honestly, you don't have to give him anything. Don't give Hoi anything, man. Just his base stats alone are enough. This guy's a monster. Alright, thanks for watching.